what if entities are behind your addictions and thought patterns? In case we haven't met yet, I'm Jess X Goh, and I'm the sole founder of Life in Confidence. If you haven't done so, please subscribe to my YouTube channel so you don't miss out on the latest insight into trauma recovery. And if you got any nuggets of gold from this video, please give it a like, comment below what you got from it, and share it with your loved ones who need to hear this right now. So the reason why I created this video, it's because I've been getting feedback from people about, what do you mean, Jess, when you say the word entity? And so I'm going to share with you what entities are and how they show up in our life as I share my personal and professional experiences with working with them. So entities are a parasitical being, and they are looking for a host to leech onto as a battery source so they stay alive. The battery source is us. We're the host. And so they're not connected to source at all, and they're looking for a battery source to keep them going. And so when this happens, we start to feel something is off. We feel heavy, bogged down, negative, and start spiraling down in ways that are self-destructive. And for me, I can recall the most recent experience was when I caught a flight from KL to Adelaide. And entities are typically found in public spaces, such as shopping malls, funerals, graveyards, hospitals, childcare centers, pubs, clubs, and schools, where we are most vulnerable to experiencing a psychic attack. And so for me, it was on the plane and it was packed. And I was sitting next to an old woman, and she was asking me very invasive questions that I don't appreciate, such as, where in Adelaide do you live? Do you own a house? And she was asking me to help her with things. And so I was feeling very guarded and unsafe by these questions, especially that I don't even know her. And so when I landed, I felt something was really off. I felt really heavy, bogged down, negative, and I started to get lower back pains as well, which is very unusual for me. And for the next few days, I was trying to figure out, why am I experiencing this? Until I looked into my hologram, which is our energetic template. And as I look into my energetic template, my hologram, I was clearing a lot of negative energies and entities that I have taken on from that flight. It wouldn't surprise me that this old lady has a lot on her that was feeding onto my energy field, and she was really drawn to me because of the entities that were influencing her. This is just my opinion. It may or may not be true. So when I start clearing my hologram, at the end of the session, my lower back pain was gone. I felt more like myself again, brighter and lighter and more positive than before. And so when I work with private clients and also in group workshop retreat settings, I may feel called to do an entity removal. And so I notice when I do an entity removal, when I work with clients, they tend to convulse and shake their body. And they have no idea what the hell is going on, but they can feel something is coming out of their body. And that's an entity. After that, they have stopped their addictions, so they no longer go back to the darkness of their shadow selves, whether it's engaging in addictions through sex, through self-hate, through choosing toxic relationships and codependency. So with that in mind, it really shows how much entities are so parasitical. It influences the way we think, the way we feel, and the way we act and behave until it is gone. And that's when you can notice the difference if there was an entity in you or not. And so with that in mind, this is something that I don't teach because this is a practitioner level type of skill set. However, what we need to do is we need to cultivate, support, and protect our energy field. And it's not from a place of fear, it's from a place of love. And things that we can do to really help ourselves is spending time in nature to cleanse our energy, such as Shinrin-yoku, which is forest bathing, and let the elements of the earth to clear what's in your field. Saging. However, saging is not enough. I can sage myself, but the entity is still there. We have to give ourselves permission to reinstate our personal power by declaring what we're ready to take back and release. So by practicing daily self-care, regulating your nervous system, and doing what feels best to support yourself. Perhaps you might want to pay attention to your thoughts. Perhaps it's through journaling every single day how you're feeling. And notice if there's a patterning going on there. Is it leading you to spiraling down into suicidal ideations, or into addictions, or into victimization? Or are you feeling that there is a consistency going on, that things are being moved, shifted? Perhaps you're consistently feeling grounded, centered, and grateful for your life. So it's really important to record that if you want to be more mindful around what's going on within yourself. So if you feel like you would like to dive deeper, experience an entity removal, if you feel this speaks to you, and to dive deep in clearing your traumas and to integrate yourself back into wholeness, you might be interested in my upcoming workshops and retreats that I'm running. And you can also work with me one-to-one through Find Yourself and Trust, which is my 3-month online high-level container to transform all aspects of your life. I also work with people one-to-one for my half-day and full-day tailored trauma recovery retreat, just you and me in person. And I'm also running my Embody Prosperity online workshop that is designed for you to focus on releasing, clearing, and dismantling survival patterns that we have taken on from our ancestors, our parental conditioning, and societal programming through the matrix around our experiences with money and wealth. So if you are ready to unlock your wealth blueprint, and it's not about being a self-made millionaire, because there are millionaires out there that feel broke and empty on the inside and unfulfilled. It's about finding who you really are on a soul level. And that comes from embodiment. And through embodiment, you become the transmission of your own rich life that is in alignment for you. Whatever's in alignment for you may not be in alignment for someone else. So if you'd like to learn more about that, please click on the links below. And also, if you want a gentle yet effective way to focus on your healing journey, to recall fragmented parts of you into integration then you might be interested in my inner child healing course, Transform Wombs into Wisdom. And you can learn more or enroll in the link in the video description. So my love, what did you get out of this? I would love to hear your thoughts. Please comment below. Do you relate to any of these experiences? And I also remember that I've seen entities where I was walking down the street at 5 a.m. in Glebe, which is in the inner west of Sydney, and it was really dark, and I could see a hooded black figure walking down in the middle of the road, and I thought it was a teenager. And so I walked to the side on the pavement, and what I noticed is that figure had no shoes, no feet. It was a black ghost figure, and it went to the other side of the road and disappeared behind the car. I also seen entities when I work with clients online. I remember working with a single mum, and her eyes on the Zoom call went red, black, red, black. And I've worked with her for 3 months, and this was something new for me to see. And I brought it to her attention. She also mentioned that her children were able to see 2 to 3 entities on her, and they were scared. And she was not scared at all. She didn't believe it, but I could see it as well. And so when we start to open up our third eye, which is in the pineal gland, and by doing that, tuning more into the field, it's doing heavy metal detox, changing the type of toothpaste that you're using that doesn't have fluoride in it, because that blocks the pineal gland, as well as experiencing more energetic work to open up the third eye area to tune into other realms. So my love, always remember that there's nothing to be fearful about unless you let that get to you. And so when I started to see these things, I have to remind myself to come back to love, because through love, fear doesn't exist.